Once you've got a few objects in your scene, you'll want to use the Scene Explorer outline view to manage and select objects. I previously hid the Scene Explorer. I'll bring it back from its button on the main toolbar. Toggle Scene Explorer. And it appears on the left side of the screen. The Scene Explorer is a list of every object in your scene, and it's hierarchical. We can see that some of these objects are groups. I can tell it's a different type of object because it's got a different icon, and I intentionally use the word group in the object name. That's a good convention to follow. To expand that group, click on the right-facing arrow, the triangle, and that will expand the hierarchy to reveal the contents of that group. Those objects are all subordinate to the group or lower in the scene hierarchy. If I click a name in the Scene Explorer, such as Chair Group 001, then that corresponding object is selected in the scene. And likewise, if I select something in the viewport, such as this plant, then it is highlighted in the Scene Explorer. And additionally, by default, the Scene Explorer will automatically open up any hierarchy or nesting and scroll the view to reveal the selected objects. For example, I can click on this sofa here. The Scene Explorer scrolls to display that group at the top of the list and also opens up that group to display its contents. We can filter the Scene Explorer display so we don't see everything all at once. If you've got a heavy scene, maybe you want to hide some things. And that's what these buttons are over here on the left. They allow you to hide things by category. At the top here is Geometry, which refers to 3D objects. If I turn that off, then all the 3D objects are hidden. But we still see a whole bunch of things here which really are 3D, like the chairs and so on. And the reason we're seeing those is because they're groups. And some of these other things are being shown because they're spline or line-based objects, such as all of these cross beams and so on. So we can hide some more stuff. We can hide shapes, which are those spline-based objects. And now they're not displayed here in the list. We can, for example, hide lights and cameras and groups and externally referenced scenes or XREFs. Hide those as well. And now I've hidden everything in the Scene Explorer. And I can choose to display just certain things like lights or turn everything back on again. We can additionally solo object categories and hide everything that is not a member of that category. For example, with the lights, we can hold down the Alt key and click on the light icon, and everything that's not a light is hidden in the view. Hold down Alt and click on that again to unsolo it and display everything. We can also use Scene Explorer to hide objects in the scene, and that's what these little eye icons are. Those are visibility icons. So if I click on the eye for Sofa Group 001, I'll hide that group and all of its members. I'll click that icon again to restore the visibility. You'll be using the Scene Explorer quite a lot, especially to select objects in complex scenes and to build hierarchies. We'll see more of the Scene Explorer later in the course, but for now it's enough to know that the Scene Explorer exists and you can get at it from its button on the main toolbar.